Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we're going to do some more writing feedback. We have an IELTS Academic Writing Task 2 essay, and as always we begin by looking at the question, reading the question carefully and trying to understand exactly what we need to do and thinking a little bit about our structure. All right, so let's have a look at these questions. Some high school students, not all, but some high school students leave school without a good understanding of how to manage their money. So that's the main theme, money management with students who leave school. Cool. So this is a problem, isn't it? It's a problem. Some high school students leave school without a good understanding of how to manage their money. That's the problem. We don't debate this. We don't think, oh, it's not really a problem or it's not a serious problem. No. Our task is to do two things here. Firstly, you must talk about reasons why some high school students leave school without a good understanding of how to manage their money. Why does this happen? And secondly, you have to find some solutions. This is a problems and solutions essay. So, structure, simplest possible, right? Introduction, body paragraph 1, reasons, body paragraph 2, solutions. So notice that there is, one small minor detail here that is important. What are the reasons? Not the reason, not what is the main reason, but what are the reasons? So we need at least 2 reasons here. And I think 2 is enough. We don't need more than 2. Yeah, so 2 simple reasons with explanation and evidence or examples or development. Great. In the introduction, I like to have a bit of background information about the subject, a bit of background information about money management. Managing money is an important skill in today's world, something like this. However, many students find themselves in a situation where they simply don't know how to make correct financial decisions. In this essay, what am I going to do? In this essay, I will give the reasons why this is the case, and I will also offer some solutions. Okay, nice and simple. Let's see what we get from the candidate. Of course, the first thing I always like to do is to count the number of paragraphs, to look at the balance of the essay, just the layout. Cool, so candidate uses paragraphing. Introduction looks a little bit long, fine. Body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, good that the body paragraphs are longer than the introduction. Conclusion, nice, short, great. Balance looks good. I know that this is 306 words because the candidate gave me the word count. Let's just double check. 306 words, great. Okay, we are 300, fine. I certainly wouldn't go over 310, 320. Just don't think it's necessary. Don't think the examiner really wants to read anything more than, I don't know, maybe 350, okay. But if you're in the territory of 400, 450, 500, examiners are not going to like you. You might still get a good mark, but it's not good advice. Anyway. So let's have a look at our candidate's introduction here. Money management is of pivotal importance. Great, to be of pivotal importance. Beautiful. In people's lives. Great. So we have a bit of background information. However, nice little contraster. However, some senior high school graduates, senior high school graduates instead of, high school students who leave school, today lack a deep understanding. Not necessarily deep. It's just, a good understanding, deep understanding, fine. Candidate is paraphrasing quite directly, but it's okay. Lack a deep understanding of how to manage their money. Cool, we have of how to manage their money here, of how to manage their money here. I'm not going to cry about it. I don't think every single item needs to be paraphrased. But, you might want to think about paraphrasing this part a little, but not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay, I don't love this I believe. I prefer just a thesis statement. In this essay, I will discuss, the reasons why this is the case and offer some solutions. And that's fine as a thesis statement. We don't need to go into personal and this isn't, you don't have to pick a side here. Some IELTS essays, you have to maintain a position. You have to like pick a side. You don't have to here. But okay, I believe the main reasons behind this, called reason behind something good, the main reasons behind this issue are a lack of parental guidance, the absence of financial education in schools, and limited opportunities for students to earn their own money. Okay, in general, I don't think you need to spell out. I know IELTS Advantage says that you should do this. And again, there is no absolute right way to do it. I just take a simple approach to writing, and I like my approach. Everybody likes their own approach. If you ever see a YouTube video saying like the only way to do this or this guaranteed way to do this, it's nonsense. These people are lying to you. There are many different approaches, but I don't think we need to go into detail about what the reasons are and what the solutions are. It's enough to give a thesis statement to say that you're going to discuss the reasons and solutions. But okay. Lack of parental guidance, good. At least, the candidate isn't going into detail, so he still leaves enough room in the body paragraph then to develop these. So fine. Lack of parental guidance, the absence of financial education in schools, and limited opportunities for students to earn their own money. Cool. Those are very logical, coherent points. Great. These problems can be mitigated. Love it. To be mitigated. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Through collaboration between schools and parents. Great. So, how can it be solved? It doesn't require multiple solutions here. One solution is absolutely fine. How can it be solved? You can give one solution, two solutions. It's fine. Okay, so good introduction. Super accurate. Vocab is fantastic. Grammar is fantastic. From a personal, not like examiner hat on, but just from a personal point of view, I don't think you need to outline exactly what the problems and solutions are in the introduction, but okay, if you want to do it, absolutely fine. I have no problem with it. Okay, so now we should have a body paragraph. If the work is logically organized, we should have a body paragraph that talks about lack of parental guidance, the absence of financial education in schools, and limited opportunities for students to earn their own money. This should be the focus of body paragraph 1. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if we need there are several factors. And this is one reason. Sorry, I know I'm thinking and I understand my thoughts. You might not. We want to avoid repetition. And, you've already given here the main reasons, you've pointed them out. And now you're saying there are several factors why many high school students graduate without strong money management skills. We know you've already mentioned those several things. And so when it makes it a more difficult task, when you explain what the reasons are in the introduction, it makes it difficult then to avoid repetition in the body paragraph. But okay. As a topic sentence, fine. I always prefer getting straight into it. I don't like, this extra padding, several factors. I would love this paragraph to start with. One key reason why school leavers lack money skills is right. That's where I would like it to start. But okay. One key reason is the lack of financial education. Now, notice this is all repetition, right? You've given several reasons here. Now you're mentioning again that there are several factors why. You've said that one reason is a lack of parental guidance, and now lack of parental guidance and the absence of financial education. And now you're saying one key reason is the lack of financial education. So this is repetition, and we want to avoid it. Now, also there is, if I'm being super detailed, I don't like the fact that you've fronted lack of parental guidance here, but now you've fronted financial education. So why, I just don't know why you would do that. Lack of parental guidance first, talk about lack of parental guidance first, right? That would be a logical approach to this. And the way that you logically organize your ideas is part of coherence and cohesion. Now, it's not going to kill your score, but again, just thinking, I've mentioned many times, I'm a very simple man with very simple ideas, and I have a very simple idea that if you're going to introduce your main reasons and you're going to front lack of parental guidance, then when you're talking about the main reasons, put lack of parental guidance at the front. It seems logical to me. But I don't know. I'm pro Socrates. Anyway, okay. One reason is the lack of financial education. Full stop. Financial literacy subjects are rarely included in school curricula. I must say, the language is absolutely phenomenal, out of this world. Even knowing the plural form of curriculum, which is curricula, awesome job. Comma which, I'm always a big fan of comma which. I love comma which. I love comma which more than anything in the world, which can have negative long-term consequences. Okay, that's a little bit empty, isn't it? Can have negative long-term consequences. Feels a bit generic. Can have you could say this about anything. So it just feels slightly generic here. Yeah, I'm a little bit dissatisfied. I'm like, well, what are those negative long-term consequences? Now, of course, the candidate will say, well, I only have 250 words. What do you expect me to do? And I would say, well, shorten it by not mentioning all of the points there and just choose 2 reasons instead of 3. And that will allow you to develop further inside a reasonable word count. Okay. Another contributing factor is parental neglect. I don't know if that qualifies as a lack of parental guidance. Is that the same as parental neglect? For me, neglect is a little bit stronger. When I think of parental neglect, I think of not giving your children enough love, or not giving your children food, or not turning the heating on and making them live in cold circumstances. So for me, neglect feels a little bit strong. I don't know if not educating your children on financial matters counts as parental neglect, but we could have a difference of opinion. Due to beautiful little discourse marker, due to rising living costs and demanding work schedules, parents often lack the time and energy to teach their children about financial responsibility. Very logical, absolutely love it, very accurate. Most importantly, comma, in many countries, high school students are not allowed to work. Okay, but again, because you're dealing with 3 points, it is maybe just slightly underdeveloped. Maybe. Most importantly, great signposting language. I have to say, the candidate's language, I know I've said it many times, but the candidate's language is beautiful, very high level. Most importantly, in many countries, high school students are not allowed to work. Many countries, is that true? Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is. High school students are not allowed to work either due to legal restrictions, beautiful, or parental concerns, beautiful, lovely. Without firsthand, I would put a little, I would hyphenate this, put that little line, and I guess Google wants that too. First line hyphen hand. Without first-hand experience in earning and managing money, comma, students remain financially unprepared for adulthood. Very logical, wonderful. If I'm super critical, I would say, the fact that you're trying to cover 3 points in this paragraph means that perhaps there's not absolutely full development, and maybe just switching to 2 reasons would give you a bit more space to work within. Okay, addressing these issues requires close cooperation between schools and parents. Love it as a topic sentence. With 3 key solutions. Oh no, 3. We don't need 3. 1 or 2 is fine. Firstly, good signposting language. Firstly, schools should introduce dedicated financial education subjects to equip students with essential money management skills. Absolutely beautiful in terms of language. Secondly, very logical. Governments could consider, love this use of modality, bit of distance, could consider shorter work weeks to allow parents more time to educate their children about financial matters. Great. Finally, nice. Firstly, secondly, finally, and most importantly, we've had I mean, it's not a big deal, right? We had most importantly here. Okay, it's fine. Most importantly twice. I'm not crying about that. High school students should be permitted, good use of passive, to be permitted to work. Should be permitted to work, allowing them to earn their own money and develop financial independence. Okay, no amount of theoretical instruction can replace practical experience. Cool, making stronger that point you made earlier about first-hand experience. Great, you're hammering home that point. That's good. No amount of theoretical instruction can replace practical experience, and direct exposure to financial responsibilities encourage better money management habits. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Great. In conclusion, comma, good signposting language. Many high school graduates struggle with financial literacy due to, okay, so we get, again, repetition, because we've had it in the introduction, we've had it in body paragraph 1, and now we're going to have it a little bit here. I mean, I understand you need to summarize those points in a short and snappy way. Okay, so a bit of repetition here is okay. In conclusion, many high school graduates struggle with financial literacy due to a lack of financial education, 1, parental guidance, and personal earning opportunities, full stop. These challenges, okay, cool, just briefly summarizing, wonderful. There's no like additional comment here, but that's okay. These challenges can be addressed through financial education in schools, greater parental involvement, and allowing students to gain real-world financial experience. Now, I have a difficult task now to judge this. I'm going to start with the easiest ones. I'm going to start with coherence and cohesion, because that's a 9. And then I'm going to go to lexical resource, because that's a 9. And then I'm going to go to grammatical range and accuracy, because that's a 9. Now, the only thing that I will say is, because the candidate has chosen, I think, a few too many points to cover, that means that there's not quite enough room to develop fully. And so for me, the task response score, I'm going to give it as an 8. Now, I am very informed, but there are a couple of just cases where I just feel slightly dissatisfied, which can have negative long-term consequences. What are they? How would they affect a person? So, yeah, I know it seems, and I know the candidate can say, but I only have 250 words. Fine, but yeah, reduce the number of ideas, and then you have a little bit more time to play with. But an outstanding piece of writing, I must say. Superbly accurate. If any of my students wrote this, I would be suspicious, and I would ask them if they cheated, and I would ask them if they used ChatGPT to find all of their mistakes or something like this, or if they got it from anywhere else. But, I trust that the candidates who send me the writing are sending me their own writing. Yeah, and all I'm going to do is just judge the writing that I have in front of me. And for me, this gives an overall score. An overall score of 8.5. Would I be surprised if this got a 9? No, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this got a 9, but slight lack of development gives task response 8 instead of 9 for me, and that's why I give it a score of 8.5, but still an absolutely phenomenal piece of writing, super clear, very good ideas, very well explained, beautiful paragraphing, lovely balance, lovely academic style. Yeah, an amazing, amazing piece of writing. Well done, you, sir. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Am I too generous with my marking, or maybe I'm too harsh? Maybe you feel absolutely this deserves a 9, hands down. And of course, if you'd like me to check your IELTS writing, or if you'd like a free practice speaking test with feedback, you can request this on my Telegram channel, Expert Examiner. A link to this Telegram channel is given in the description below. More videos coming soon, and I will be doing one special live stream speaking test tomorrow with Azamat, the person who wrote this, the person who did this IELTS writing. I'm going to do a live speaking test with him tomorrow, and he's going to come on the channel on Saturday with me and Brick, and we're going to do a couple of live speaking tests there. But I will give more information about this nearer the time, more videos coming soon, but for now, bye bye.